I'm Azzy Wolf, and this is Stop Drop Game. So today we're going to be checking out some tips for getting started in Fallout 4. Now these are not basic game tips, these are little hints and little guides that'll help you make it the most out of your game when you're first starting off in the Fallout 4 world. So I am going to be making the assumption that you do know a little bit of how the Fallout 4 gameplay works. But these are just some things to get the most bang out of your buck for when you begin. So the first thing that we're going to be looking at is holodeck tapes. So the really cool thing about holodeck tapes is you can actually use them in your Pip-Boy, and there's a bunch of them to collect. So the first one is actually right here in Vault 111 before you even leave. So you can see that you go to this terminal here, and you get the red menace, and then once you do pick up the Pip-Boy, you'll automatically be able to actually access the red menace tape from your Pip-Boy. So it's a real simple thing, but a lot of people have trouble finding it. So we're just powering up the Pip-Boy at the moment. So all you need to do is go into the Pip-Boy menu once it's loaded up, and you'll want to go to the inventory screen. So we'll move over to the inventory screen. Just checking out the other different screens here at the moment, but I'm gonna go move to the inventory screen, and then what you'll actually do from there is you head to miscellaneous, and you can see that Red Menace is there. So there are a bunch of games that are based off of old video games. Red Menace is based off of the old Donkey Kong game. There's another one that's based off of Space Invaders. Space Invaders is a bunch to collect, and they are a lot of fun to check out. So now the second tip, so that was the first tip, well, first little hint. The second tip that we're going to be looking at is before you leave the vault. A lot of people forget to do this. This is a relic from the previous games as well. Before you leave the vault though, make sure to save your game. This will save you having to go through that initial 10 or 15 minutes when you do want to set up the game to begin with again. You know, it'll let you go through and pick a completely different character, or build a completely different character from scratch, including everything from gender, name, special attributes. You can change your appearance, all those kinds of things. So you definitely want to save before you enter into the elevator to get out of the vault, so that way you can come back to this nice and easily if you do want to start a new game with a new different type of build. So the third tip that we're going to be looking at is when you do get back to Sanctuary. So, and coming back up the hill here. Now, a lot of people normally head to Concord to rescue the settlers that are over there. And a lot of people think they actually need to do that before you can go and start to do stuff in the workshop, and you know, it's just 100% false. You can actually come right over to the workshop here. So you'll see here by I'm playing on the PlayStation, so by holding down the touchpad at the moment, it doesn't let me access the workshop menu. But if I come over and select the workshop, then it gives me all the little intro for it, and then now I can start building to my heart's content. And this is actually a really good way for you to be able to start setting up a base before you even get any settlers there. There's a bunch of stuff that one of the characters wants you to do as far as beds and those kinds of things, so you can get all that done and out of the way nice and early to begin with, and it just makes your life a little bit easier down the track. Now the other thing is there's a whole bunch of stuff around here that you can loot. There's a couple of safes in the area and that kind of stuff, but I'll let you guys find those. Now the fourth tip that we're going to be looking at is to do with containers. Now the urge to go through and scrap everything is real big, but you'll see here there's a couple of things, like there's the mailbox and there was the mirror there, that you need to loot them before you scrap them, otherwise you will lose those items that are in them, like the bobby pin and that kind of stuff. So next up we've got the red rocket here, which is where you first come across Dogmeat, and Dogmeat's actually a really good companion. He's probably one of the best companions in the entire game by my opinion. And and there's a couple of really cool things about Dogmeat that a lot of people don't realize. First of all, Dogmeat will actually find random stuff for you in the environment, and we're actually going to use that for another tip later on. The other really cool thing is that Dogmeat will actually actually does not count as a companion towards the Lone Wanderer perk. So you can get the Lone Wanderer perk, which is a level 3 perk in Charisma, which allows you to carry more gear, and I think it allows you to either do more damage or have more damage resistance. I can't remember off the top of my head. Here we go, Dogmeat's found me a stim pack. But the great thing about it is you can actually maintain those perks even if you've got Dogmeat with you, so he's a great companion to have. So now the next thing is the cooking station, and this is pretty straightforward for a lot of people. You basically have the ingredients there, and you can go through and make it. Some people aren't aware of the fact that the different ingredients will actually have different effects, and different recipes will have different effects. So you'll see here, as I'm sort of cycling through, that there's different things there as far as being able to increase your AP for the next hour and those kinds of things. So I'm making some red roach meat there, and you see here with the mole rat chunks, you get a bonus 5 AP for 15 minutes and that kind of thing. So these can come in really handy, and they don't have the same effects as chems and that kind of stuff do. You don't become addicted to them, which is definitely going to be a benefit when you are in the wasteland. Now, the other thing that a lot of people aren't aware of, and I'll just get to it here, is the vegetable starch. So a lot of people have trouble finding adhesive in the wasteland. By making vegetable starch, which you can grow most of the ingredients for, you can actually get 5 adhesive for every lot of vegetable starch that you make. So that's a huge thing. So, and finally, we've got the cryolator, which is in this room where you pick up the pistol with the overseer's terminal. So we're gonna be coming back to this. And I'm going to show you exactly the best way to get access to that, because when you initially start, it says that you need expert lockpicking, and instead of having to go through the trouble of leveling to get to that, what we're going to do is, now that we've got dog meat, we're going to come back to Vault 111, and again, a lot of people do struggle to get back into the vault, so what you can actually do is you come up to this little cabin terminal looking thing here, and you just press the button. It's that simple. A lot of people have struggled to get back into the vault for some reason. That button right there is how you get back into the vault. So it's nice and simple. So this will get us back down into the vault. Now you want to make sure that you definitely have dog meat with you. He is actually the thing that you use to get that weapon out of that lockbox, or that case. So he is going to make your life so much easier, and as you can see, Dogmeat's already waiting down here for us. But he's going to give us access to the cryolator very early on. I think I've maybe got, I'm maybe at level 2 at this stage, so I really haven't leveled anything. I haven't put points into anything or any of those kinds of things. But what you want to do is you want to come and stand over here, and Dogmeat's heading off in the wrong direction, so we'll call him back over. Over here. And it's actually really simple. All you need to do is talk to Dogmeat. Hang on a second. Move here. So you just talk to Dogmeat, and you get him to fetch. Hey boy, think you can find. And then you get him to, get him to fetch items. So this will actually get him to go in, and as you can see, he gets it right out of the container for you. So that's pretty insane right there. So the cryolator is a really powerful gun. It freezes pretty much any enemy that I've come across. I haven't tried it on Deathclaws yet, but I imagine it's pretty powerful against them as well. Now, the other thing is, when Dogmeat does get that, he also gets the cryo cells. So don't forget to trade those off of him. Otherwise, you'll be running it around without any ammo for the gun. But those are the 7 tips that I've got for getting a good start in Fallout 4, and just to make the most out of your gameplay. So if you think there's anything that I missed, leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the video. And as always, don't forget to be awesome.